Hello and good day. Welcome to our video channel, God's Promises. And today's video will be Luke chapter 19. Let's get started now. Luke chapter 19 is a significant chapter in the Gospel of Luke as it contains the stories of Zacchaeus, the triumphal entry of Jesus into Jerusalem, and the parable of the 10 minas. Each of these stories teaches a valuable lesson and provides insight into the character and mission of Jesus Christ. The first story in Luke chapter 19 is that of Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus was a wealthy tax collector who was despised by many in his community because of his profession and reputation for dishonesty. When Jesus came to Jericho, Zacchaeus was eager to see him but could not because of the crowd. So he climbed up a sycamore tree to get a better view of Jesus. When Jesus passed by, he looked up and saw Zacchaeus and said, "Zacchaeus, come down immediately. I must stay at your house today." Luke 19 verse 5. This encounter with Jesus transformed Zacchaeus. He repented of his sins and promised to give half of his possessions to the poor and to repay anyone he had cheated 4 times the amount. Jesus then said, "Today salvation has come to this house, because this man, too, is a son of Abraham. For the Son of Man came to seek and to save the lost." Luke 19 verses 9 to 10. The story of Zacchaeus teaches us that no one is beyond redemption. Even the most despised and sinful person can be transformed by the grace of God through repentance and faith. It also reminds us that Jesus came to seek and save the lost, and that his mission is to save sinners. The second story in Luke chapter 19 is the triumphal entry of Jesus into Jerusalem. As he approached the city, he sent 2 of his disciples ahead to get a colt for him to ride on. The people who saw Jesus riding on the colt laid their cloaks on the road and shouted, "Blessed is the King who comes in the name of the Lord! Peace in heaven and glory in the highest!" Luke 19 verse 38. This event fulfilled the prophecy of Zechariah 9 verse 9, which said that the Messiah would come riding on a donkey. The people recognized Jesus as the promised Messiah and welcomed him as their king. However, their expectations of Jesus as a political leader who would overthrow the Roman government were not in line with his true mission. The triumphal entry teaches us that Jesus is the promised Messiah and the rightful king, but his kingdom is not of this world. He did not come to establish an earthly kingdom, but to save sinners and to establish his spiritual kingdom in the hearts of believers. The third story in Luke chapter 19 is the parable of the 10 minas. In this parable, Jesus tells the story of a nobleman who goes on a journey and entrusts his servants with 10 minas each. When he returns, he calls his servants to account for their stewardship. The first servant had invested his mina and earned 10 more. The nobleman commended him and put him in charge of 10 cities. The second servant had invested his mina and earned 5 more. The nobleman commended him and put him in charge of 5 cities. The third servant had hidden his mina and returned it to the nobleman. The nobleman rebuked him and gave his mina to the first servant. This parable teaches us that we are stewards of the gifts and resources that God has given us, and we will be held accountable for how we use them. We should invest our time, talents, and resources in ways that advance God's kingdom and bring glory to Him. Those who are faithful. Thank you for visiting us today. Please share with us your favorite Bible chapter below in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help our channel grow. Looking forward to see you back here for our next video. Always take good care.